been 2 months in our motorhome. It's been really fun. Super fun, actually. To our 2-month anniversary since we've been in our RV, and right now we're in Rocky Mountain National Park, and there's snow.
June 1st, so that means we've been living in a motorhome for 2 months, which I would say is 2 of the most interesting months of my life.
It's been 2 months in our motorhome. I don't even really know what to expect, so I guess so far it's good. It could have been worse.
So this is our 2-month anniversary of living in our motorhome, and overall it's been mostly what I expected it to be.
We've seen a lot of things, but it's been actually good, but some days have been really bad.
70% of the time it's good, but the 30% of the time that Tati and Jiraiya and sometimes other people are grumpy, then it's not so.
Life in general has moments of the day that are really hard and moments of the day that are really enjoyable. I think a family of 7, that's to be expected.
Overall, it's been amazing.
They've been definitely different than most of the 2 months of my life.
It's been really good.
There's some days that I'm a little tired, but the places we see and some of the qualities I see in my kids are well worth all the sacrifice we've made to do this.
Overall, it's been great so far.
I'm getting candy.
What? You don't get candy.
Yeah. Playing with my little sister Tati.
Best thing about living in a motorhome that I've noticed is the closeness and simplicity of family life.
My favorite part of living in my motorhome is staying at the campsite because it has a lot of places to play at. It's really good. I like it a lot.
What's your favorite part about this living in the motorhome?
Look at paper.
I guess like all around, it's pretty nice.
It's like there was like a driving seat in the top.
What?
There's like a driving seat in the front, and like it's attached it, so that's my favorite part.
Was that every day you're doing something new. Every day you're either going for a hike or you're going rock climbing or you're doing something.
There's quite a bit of hiking we've done, more than we normally do.
We're close, and yes, there's arguments, but there's some conversations and interactions that I just didn't see that I'm seeing on a regular basis.
Even if there may be some parts bad about living in your motorhome, the fact that you're doing something every day pushes that aside, so you're focusing all on the amazing hikes that you're getting to do that day.
The worst part is that I think the pace that we're traveling at puts a little bit of a stress on everyone, and we tend to always have one part in the day when everyone's melting down, when we start getting grumpy or bickering. I know I can handle going most of the day without eating, but I expect that out of everybody else, and that's not really fair. So low blood sugar gets to be a problem.
Closet space.
Part, I think, is smelly feet after hiking.
Showers.
In a small confined space, you cannot hide one little odor, and as clean as we try to keep ourselves, if you hike 5 miles, your feet are going to smell.
Tati and Jiraiya can be difficult sometimes. Like nature, they can't really do much about it if they're like hungry or tired or exhausted from all the hikes we did that day.
The worst part that ever happened is when I stepped in snow and my shoe was stuck. My foot was on ice cold.
It's been like mid-60s, nice breeze. We really lucked out. Even in Arizona and Utah, we had some really good weather. Moab one day in Arches was a little bit hot, but not bad at all.
It was 2 days, and I like having candy a lot, and my mommy says like, no, I not. It's corn syrup, and I'm not allowed to have corn syrup. So and the weather has really hot today. So very, very cold.
Weather's fluctuated a lot. Like considering we started in Arizona, we're so hot at night we couldn't go to sleep. And then a couple days ago we were sleeping at a rest area and it was below 30 degrees.
We were so lucky with the weather. When we left San Diego, Colorado was getting showered on.
The weather has fluctuated quite a bit, from 90 degrees to 40 degrees.
Every single day there was rain here. So we took our time, installed in Arizona, installed in Utah for a while. And by the time we got into Colorado, the weather has been so amazing.
The weather here has been like weird because one day it'll be like really sunny and hot, and the next day it'll be super cold and there will be snow. It's been super cold, but actually now it's been really warm. I don't know. When we go do hikes and stuff, my mom will say, it's a thing.
It's a thing is something that I hear every day, and it pretty much just means that there are other people crazy enough to do this too.
My mom says it a lot, and I think it means like the thing like people don't see that often. The thing that you can just see on hikes a lot.
It's because you really don't want to go into a half-hour discussion about it. You just say it's a thing, it's as you'd imagine it'd be, except long.
Something that lots of people do, and that it's something you can actually go do, and that it's something that you should go see.
It's a thing means I'm right, and my husband should listen to me more often, because he always doubts. I do all the research on where to go and where to have fun and all the adventure spots, and my husband automatically freaks out and thinks I'm taking him to the middle of a third world country in the middle of nowhere. Oh wait, we did that at Christmas. But anyways, everything we do here, it's a thing. It's a legitimate thing that other people are usually doing too.
Dark, generally it starts off with a bumpy road and you're driving into it dark, into a place where you have no idea where you're going, but some map is guiding you to a hidden trail or a hidden rock climb. Particularly rock climbing, it tends to be in these weird spots. And so you start walking up and all of a sudden you come into an opening and you see a wide variety of people doing the same thing and you go, oh, I guess this is a thing, I believe it now. Whereas
Oh, Wi-Fi is a thing of the past apparently. Apparently we're dropping back a couple decades.
We usually don't get much Wi-Fi, and I think it's fine, but sometimes we really want it.
Showers, I only get those about once every 4 or 5 days. It's a deodorant because of it. Lots of deodorant and baby wipes.
I do like taking showers because you get long hair.
I've kind of gotten used to it, but that's partially because I know my wife. If she doesn't expect a shower, you shouldn't expect a shower. And it's amazing what you can do with tea tree wipes.
We usually get showers, but some days we'll go like a long time without showering, and when we do, it feels like the best thing ever.
Who needs showers? Okay, occasionally it's nice to shower. After I rock climb, something about the nervous sweat, I need a shower. But you get showers every couple days. It's not that bad.
They're very nice, but we don't get them so much, so I'm kind of like, oh, I need showers. But I kind of don't like showering that much, but when I shower, when I'm about to shower, I'm like, oh, I don't want to shower, but then when I shower, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Compared to now, most people would probably think we're disgusting. The good thing is that it's cold enough so you don't sweat a ton.
Living in a group of 7 in a motorhome is as you'd imagine. Just imagine your family. They're all sitting at the dinner table in your living room or kitchen, and that's the only room you have.
You have to take shifts to go to the bathroom. So like we should have done this at the very beginning, but we need to start setting up shifts. Like you get 8 to 8:10, then the next person gets 8:15 to 8:20, then on and on and on because it's like waiting in line just to go to the one tiny bathroom.
That, I didn't think it would bother me as much as it does, and I think that's the only reason the weather would sometimes bother me. If it's sunny out, you can get away from that small space and come outside and have your own space. But when it's cold or rainy or you're in at night, particularly if you don't have hookups, you're limited with lights, movies, entertainment.
Compared to a house with 6 other people is a little hard because people are trying to go around, like when it's mealtime, people are cooking in one space and other people are just sitting down and other people are walking around, and mostly we try to get everyone else outside, but some of the times it's just really nice.
It's super fun because I can always talk to people.
I love sharing such a small space. I have, maybe because I have my own bedroom, that it's a little bit more luxurious. But I love my little corner in my bed. I have my books. I have my window to look out. I can hear my kids. They're always next to me. When we had a big house, they were always within 5 feet of me anyway, so small spaces don't bother me.
Do you like being in the motorhome with lots of people?
Yeah, we have 7 family. My favorite meal is having this fish tacos. It's super yummy.
But my favorite meal I love is when we have chili because it's just really, really good, and it's so warm and nice.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Oh wait, I don't eat.
Favorite meal is definitely chili because it's easy to make and still tastes okay.
My favorite meal is anything with a lot of meat.
We go out for an IPA. Colorado, I'm a little disappointed. Thought I'd get better beer. San Diego still rocks for IPAs.
Rock climbing has become as much of an addiction as surfing. On the wall, it's such a mentality. Like, you have to be focusing on your next move so much, or else, I mean, you'll be fine if you fall, but you don't want to fall. And then when you get to the top, it's the biggest accomplishment ever because you can see so far.
I don't like rock climbing, still scared of heights, so.
Kind of my shoes hurt me because I'm really actually 4 and those shoes are 3.5.
Robin always asks me after I top out a climb, which I still don't ever picture myself ever leading a climb. I definitely have a thing with heights.
It's very fun, but sometimes I get scared because I don't have anything to grab on. And I get scared of getting down because I'm worried I'm gonna fall and the rope's gonna break and I'm gonna fall.
I like to be able to finish each climb and say, yes, I did it. But the nerves are still significant, even if I'm top roped. Then I don't know if I'd say, oh, that was fun. I think it takes a lot more. It's going to take a lot more exposure for me to get to the point where I'd say it's amazing. But that being said, I know everything I do, it takes me a long time to get used to. Surfing was no exception. It probably took me 2 years before I'd say I can actually surf. Because mostly I'm a gym rat and I'm good at that.
I love rock climbing. I love surfing, but rock climbing comes really, really close. The only limitation with rock climbing is that I need more practice at it. I love rock climbing. I love that we can do it as a family. I love the challenge associated with it. Sometimes it's hard to learn where the great spots are and find the easiest approach, but rock climbing is really fun.
The most important thing I seen is seeing a fox. It was super, super cool.
Probably the most amazing thing we've seen so far, I think, would be the glacier. While we were there, there was like an avalanche, like a small one, and it was really pretty.
Crazy motorhomes, like those kind of motorhomes.
The most amazing thing I have seen has been the view from the top of the test climb at Pukes. More because when I made it to the top of that, I was so proud of myself and amazed that I made it that high, that the view meant something more to me.
Seeing all the national parks and just constantly being blown away at what what's right here in our own backyard, seeing those amazing sights and hiking there and smelling it, feeling it.
That day when we woke up, after that rest area, when it was freezing, it was dark when we drove up, so we couldn't really see. But when you woke up that morning, you look outside and there's huge cascades of snow covering all the mountains, and that was pretty insane.
Not that much. But if we do, I hope it's not a snowy one.
Definitely, or else we're just gonna be sitting around all day.
I guess I'll go on a hike today. Got nothing else to do.
Hikes are always up and down for me. We get to see these amazing places, but I always feel like it's hard to enjoy it completely because we have sometimes a couple weak links. Sometimes they'll take turns, whether it's Tati or Jiraiya, being challenging or carrying them, or
Just hiking with Gabby and Danny. The hike we did yesterday to Alberta Falls was really, really pretty. Gabby and I were very disappointed that we didn't make it to Glacier Gorge, because I heard that was amazing. But we had to turn back. Sometimes you have to sacrifice for the team.
I think it's yes. I'd love to go to a hike, but it'd be interesting. I wonder if at some point when you guys grow up, if when I go for a hike, it'd be completely different to not have to worry about, oh, someone else would take care of someone else's needs. It'll be nice to just be able to go for a hike and be like, okay, everyone's going to take care of themselves and feed themselves and drink water, and they're all strong enough to make the hike without having to be carried or being coaxed to do it.